How long do you think someone should succeed at generating 1K, 10K, 100K a month at marketing? Again, it varies, and I don't know. It's not about how quickly somebody makes that kind of money. It's just about, in my opinion, it's slow and steady. You hear about those. A lot of it's marketing bullshit, by the way, but you hear about people that get into a particular method or whatever, and they go from 0 to 6 figures in 6 months. 0 to 6 figures a month, or 0 to 5 figures a month in 6 months, whatever. Sometimes shorter. Who cares? Like, just find something that you're interested in and stick with it and start making money. Slow and steady wins the race. That happens a lot more often than the rags to riches stories that you hear in market and sales pages and video sales letters. Like, that shit is like, they do that to get people excited. And once again, going back to the emotional cycle of change, that's uninformed optimism, right? They hook you with uninformed optimism. Like, oh man, they build the dream, they sell the dream, right? So, there are success stories. It's rare though, where people go from 0 to 10,000 a month in 3 months. That does happen, but it's not nearly as common as, just finding something and sticking with it. And over the course of 6 months, a year, building up, that's more realistic. I'm not saying don't set your goals high. You should, aim high, but don't get discouraged if you're not making 5 figures or 5 figures a month in the next 3 months. If the point is, make your first dollar, right? And once you make your first dollar, plan on making $100. And once you've made $100, set your next goal to 1,000. Once you've made 1,000, set your next goal to 10,000. Right? Does that make sense? Baby step it. And that's how you start to build momentum that way. Set a goal that is achievable now, and then that becomes a milestone. Once you hit that milestone, now you 10x that goal, right? So because if you start, like I said, small, make your first dollar. Then after that, make your first 100. And then after that, your first 1,000. And then after that, your next at 10,000. And then after that, it could be 100,000. You could take smaller steps but at that point, it's entirely up to you, But that would be my suggestion. Like, my first dollar, I was studying SEO for months and months, and I didn't make money off. The first dollar I made online was not on SEO. It was flipping a domain, believe it or not, just an exact match domain. And I just contacted, it was Windows Austin, Texas, or something like that. And I just contacted a bunch of window companies in Austin, Texas, and sent them screenshot in an email of like the search volume metrics for that exact match keyword, and said, hey, you could get this much more traffic if you just buy this domain and redirect it to your existing site, which was bullshit. But and I didn't, at the time, I thought that was actually how it worked. But I ended up flipping a domain that I picked up for $10 for like $150. I think I asked for 300 and I settled on 150. And that was the first money I made online. And I was like, oh man, this is awesome. But I never really got into domaining. Like, that wasn't, like, domain flipping wasn't really the business that I went after. I went after SEO. But that was enough to make it real to me, right? Like, yes, you can make money online. And that helped me to stick through it, because I had been studying and practicing and trying and testing SEO for months and months and months before I ever made any money with it. So anyway, again, just going back to sticking with something. And I don't think it's about, how long do you think somebody should succeed or take to succeed at generating 1,000 a month or whatever? Don't look at it that way. Just look at it like $10, $100, $1,000, 5,000, 10,000, and start building incrementally like that. And I think you'll build momentum. At least that's my opinion. Anything else? And you guys want to add on to that?
Good to go. Nope.